Hi, friends. Welcome back to Live at the Roxy. Being completely candid with you guys because I try to be. I'm late today because I'm just having a really fucking bad day. And that's kind of all I really can say about that right now. Just some personal stuff going on that I'm sure we can talk about in the future, but I needed an extra 30 minutes to cry and have a bad day. So that is why we are late. What a start to a fucking show. Get ready for some kick-ass energy, guys. But I didn't want to not do the show today because I told you guys that I would. And I think that a lot of you guys have bad days and you still show up. So I wanted to still show up for you. We do have some stuff to talk about today. A lot of stuff to talk about today, actually. Jimmy Kimmel hosting the virtual Emmys. I want to kind of break that down and talk about what you guys think about the fact that the Emmys are going to be virtual, how you feel about the fact that they picked Jimmy Kimmel, are you going to be watching, all that stuff. This came out a couple days ago, but I just heard about it from somebody on my morning writers meeting that Hello Kitty, the owner of the company, who's like 90 years old, who's owned it for over 60 years, is giving it to his grandson. So I think that's adorable and wanted to talk about that as well because desperately need some fuck yeah news today. 30 Rock has a new episode coming and we will talk about that. I'm a massive 30 Rock gal. I'm sure a lot of you guys are too. So talking about 30 Rock, Trump. I feel like we talk about Trump every day on the show, but he signed an executive order on policing today that I want to kind of go over together and figure out what exactly this executive order means, what it will look like, how we feel about the fact that he signed it and all of that stuff. And then also I read an article on Bloomberg about our lockdowns coming again after there's been a record amount of COVID cases taking place, especially in the States, in Florida and California, and outside of the States and other places as well. So a lot to break down. Forgive me if I'm a little slow today and a little low energy. I'll try to pick it up and try to be here for you guys. I feel like usually energy in the earth is a real thing. And if I'm struggling, maybe some of you guys are struggling too. Maybe not. But if you are, I'm here and gonna continue to be here. And bigger things going on in the world than me. So anyway, saying hello to you guys in here. Let me just start by saying hello to everybody who's in here right now. Bagel Boy, Rob Bagaleos, Glenn Caesar, Larry Lease, Joseph Ashley, Stephen Fate, Amy, Matt Link, Jake Yakavetta, Murtar Anta, Zeno Hour, Weston Ira, Teens Talk Movies, PC, Lewis Cox, to everybody who's in here joining. I know that I don't give as many shout outs anymore, but I just want you guys all to know that you're so appreciated. Booney Movies, Kate Van D, Jazz Santy. I'm just happy to have every single one of you guys here. So thank you for being here. Matthew Gold, Matt Munoz. Oh, some OGs in the house. Thanks for being here, guys and gals and non-binary folks. Craig Dean. Thanks everybody for saying hi. I also want to get to some of these super chats, some of the Streamlabs as well. And let's get right into it, homies. Larry Lee says, hey, Roxy, officially start work July 1. You would do great in trivia with Mark. No, I really suck at all trivia. People who say I do great in trivia on Friends. Nope. No trivia is good for me. It's just not how I consume content. I suck at it. It makes me so nervous. You can watch episodes of Collider where they try to make me do trivia and I fucking hate it. Larry Lee says, keep smiling, Roxy. We love you. My whole life, people have told me that even when I'm crying, I smile. So I guess that's something. For better or worse. Lewis Cox says, hey, Roxy, hope you're staying safe and hope you're having a smashing day. Love what you do. Lewis, you are so sweet all the time and just so grateful to have you here. Thanks for being a rock star and for saying something. John G says, hoping things get better for you. Thanks, John G. I'm hoping things get better for the world also. And yeah, I'm hoping they get better for me too. This is not a pity party, never has been. So, I'm not trying to throw myself any kind of anything. Just being honest with you guys, today fucking has sucked. I haven't slept in 24 hours and my eyes feel like they're going to fall out. Glenn Caesar says, oh, sorry to hear you're having a bad day. Virtual hugs and love you. Roxy, and then with bunnies. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Glenn, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you. Thank you. All right, let's check in with the Streamlabs quickly to see if anything's going on there before we get to some topics of conversation for today. Why did she speak like that? Who knows? Coming in from Matthew Gold in the Streamlabs. Appreciate that, Matthew. He says, sending you love. Stay strong, Roxy. Working on it. So thanks, guys. All right, let's get into it. Let me know your thoughts throughout, comments, questions, concerns, etc. How are your guys' days going? Let me know everything. Let's start with Jimmy Kimmel, though. Jimmy Kimmel is hosting the virtual Emmys. And just to point out the elephant in the room, what I will say is Emmys. It does feel super duper tone deaf that you have a white guy hosting this year. I'm not saying that you can never have a white dude hosting. And I'm not saying I don't love Jimmy Kimmel. But with everything that's going on and the entire movement that's taking place and us trying to make such a shift in pop culture and society and everything that is Black Lives Matter, you are having Jimmy Kimmel host. I mean, it just literally doesn't make any sense to me. There are so many qualified Black entertainers and comedians and hosts that could host both men and women that could host the Emmys. I don't even know, like, how do you let this happen? And I'm not just saying for this year. This is not a trend, and we keep hearing that, and I truly believe that people should be hiring more Black people and giving opportunities to more Black people. And hosting the Emmys is a massive opportunity, but it just feels like such a missed opportunity that, especially in 2020, the year of all of these shakeups and mix-ups and fighting for change, that you guys want a man, after everything with Me Too in the last year as well, but fine, but be a white man. It's just strange. And Kimmel is seemingly, to me at least, and maybe I'm wrong, is incredibly not tone deaf. So I'm kind of surprised he accepted it. Because it's not like the only opportunity that he would have, but obviously hosting the Emmys is a big deal. And maybe he just trusts himself more than he trusts other hosts. So he knew if they were not going to give it to him, they might go with another white guy. And so at least he will be able to elevate Black voices and try to get some of his Black friends and celebrity friends more airtime and be able to elevate and highlight their voices. But I don't know. I feel like if you are asked to do that this year, you would think that there would be some kind of like, no, kind of like the guy who stepped down from Reddit. Like, give this seat. I encourage you to give this seat to somebody who is Black. So that's not even dealing with the fact that this is virtual. And I do think that part of the appeal of Kimmel is that he obviously knows how to handle this virtual situation. As somebody who's been doing virtual things, and Luke Skywalker says Jimmy Kimmel is mixed. If that is true, then I'm really sorry for the statements that I've made. I've never heard that. And he's definitely white passing. But does anybody know if that's Luke Skywalker, if that's true? You guys keep me posted. Yeah, but if it is not true, then I am highly surprised and confused. Yeah, so Forbes article's headline was okay, so Jake says he's Irish, German, Welsh, and Italian. Glenn says I've never heard that. And Pink Sweet says he's white as hell. All right. Yeah, that is what I thought. The Forbes headline was Jimmy Kimmel to host 2020 Emmys, making 9 consecutive years of male hosts. 9 consecutive years of male hosts. I know that right now we're completely focused on the BLM movement, but the women's right movement has not gone away. And so the fact that we're 9 years in a row with male hosts is like, come the fuck on. That's tone deaf in itself. This is some of the key facts that they say. I don't know where we will do this or how we will do this or even why we are doing this, but we are doing it and I am hosting it, said Kimmel in a statement. Okay. Kimmel also hosted the 2016 and 2012 Emmy Awards. There have only been 3 female solo hosts in the awards history of 72 years. Angela Lansbury in 93, Ellen DeGeneres in 2005 and 2001, and Jane Lynch in 2011. 3 solo female hosts. That's tough. There is yet to be a Black female solo host, though Oprah hosted alongside Michael J. Fox and Paul Reiser in 96. Because Oprah can't host it by herself. I love Michael J. Fox, but what are we talking about? Michael Che, who hosted in 2018, was the first Black host since Bryant Gumbel in 97. So we went from 1997 to 2018. So again, 97 to 2018 without having any Black hosts. And now we're in 2020, and the biggest movement of many of our lifetimes is happening. And you're going to give it to a white man for a virtual show. I mean, like, what? Just doesn't even. I'm looking at your guys' comments. Matt says, yeah, that's bad. 72 years and 3 women solo hosts. Yikes. It's not ideal. Just so yikes. I wonder if they offered it to anybody and it was turned down. I wonder if they didn't offer it to anybody and Kimmel was the first choice. And again, this has nothing to do with him, really. I love Kimmel. It's just so tone deaf. Like, even if you guys don't actually give a shit, you in this time at least want to make it look like you give a shit? Because I would think that even PR wise, you'd be like, all right, even if you guys think that, even if you don't fully believe in the fucking movement because it's a bunch of old white dudes part of it, whatever, what the fuck, you would think that they would be like, okay, PR wise, we should give this to a Black person, maybe a Black woman, but like for that not even to be the conversation. And I'm not saying that would make it right, but it, like, even you would think that at least that, but I guess not. All right. Rise Official says, love you tons, Roxy. Just want to say you are one of my favorite people and influencers. You're such an amazingly kind and talented soul, a great ally to all of us people of color, and someone who inspired me. Thank you, Rise Official. You're amazing. I really appreciate that. And I'm trying my best. And I'm going to, the more I know, the more I'll be able to do better. And wow, this is an interesting one. Not to move on. Thank you, Rise Official. I really appreciate that, especially fucking today where I'm just really upset about a lot of things. I want to feel like I'm doing good, and not just so I can feel like it, but I want to actually do good and help people and tell stories that are not told. William in here said, Whoopi said repeatedly on The View she would host when the Kevin Hart disaster started. Come on. I mean, there's not a shortage. There's not a shortage of talented Black people to host the Emmys. And there's not even a shortage of talented Black women. 9 years in a row having a guy? What? That doesn't even... Come on. I know we spent 10 minutes talking about this, and I will move on, but it's just so fucking stupid. Even if you don't actually care, don't you look at this and think you're going to look stupid? Talking about the award show in general, not Kimmel. Let's hope they do something. I don't know. Pass the mic. Hello. Chris Rock would be a great host. Matthew Gold, come on. Chris Rock is amazing. I don't even want to start naming all of the Black people that would be incredible hosts, because there's hundreds. There's fucking hundreds. Thousands on the planet, but hundreds that I could name. Do you guys just hear my tummy? Wow, that was loud. I haven't eaten yet today. I do have this power bar here, but I haven't had the chance I opened it, but haven't eaten it. Tracy Morgan should do it, says Matt. I mean, we could all... everybody feel free to name anybody that they think would be great. I mean, come on, Chappelle. Come on. Let me know, and we can talk about who we think would be great. But yeah, this shit is just crazy. This shit is crazy. How can you say it's not an issue? How could anybody say it's not an issue? Let's see what Grumpy G in here says. Jimmy's father is approximately 5/8 Irish, 1/4 German, 1/8 Welsh, and Jimmy's mother is of Italian descent. Okay, so sounds white to me. Matt says Idris Elba. Amy says Nicole Byer. Kate, Yvette, Nicole Brown. Totally. Chappelle would be amazing, says Zadius. I don't think they would let it happen because Chappelle goes off, but I think it would be the best ever. Thank you guys. Bokeem Woodbine, says Sam Streak. Again, what is that, the third turd? Why do you do things like that? Come on. No to that one. Steve Harvey says teens talk movies. Maya Rudolph and Tiffany Haddish, says Joseph Ashley. These are all, again, there's no shortage of names. No shortage. So many people. PK says if they did the right thing, they would inevitably get called out as pandering. Sucks. That's true, but I'd rather be called out for pandering than be called out for being so fucking tone deaf. Oh my God. Going into the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Ooh, Rob K says Tyler Perry. Yeah. Chris Martinez in here says, hey, Roxy, sorry you're having a bad day. I don't have many friends, but Collider Live and Collider Live 2.0 made me feel like I had more than enough friends. You were there for me on for my bad days when you didn't know. So I hope I can be there for yours. Chris Martinez, I really appreciate that. And I hope I can be there for your guys' bad days. And again, I know some of you guys are having bad days right now. So here I am. Here I am. You know who takes care of a lot of my bad days? Eddie Murphy. Great suggestion, Joseph. Actually, all these people. Like, it's just so many. There's just so many names. There's so many. All right, moving on, guys. And anybody who's watching this after the fact, leave a comment. Who do you think should have hosted the Emmys? Are you excited for Jimmy Kimmel hosting the Emmys? I'm not trying to make anybody not excited. I love the Emmys. I love award shows. I love talking TV. You guys know that. I love that stuff. I just think that this was whack. And I wonder how it will even work virtually. I'll be watching, but am I stoked? Maybe as we get closer. Jamie Foxx, Will Smith. Yeah. Zadia says, I love Kimmel, but they could have read the room. Beyonce says Louis Cox. Totally. Anybody? Come on. All right. Moving down the line. This one is a brief story. I told you guys this happened a few days ago, but I thought it was really cute that the Hello Kitty owner is giving the company to his grandson. He is 92, the founder. What is his name? His name is Shintaro Tsuji. And he's going to retire as Sanrio chief executive on July 1st. And the company said in a statement that Friday, Tomokuni Tsuji, 31, would take over to ensure efficient decision making. It added that Shintaro will remain as chairman. So that's pretty cool. I just think like family run businesses, I think Hello Kitty is adorable, always have. I'm not like a Hello Kitty collector. But imagine owning a company for 60 years that's as successful as Hello Kitty and being 92 years old and being able to hand over the company to your grandson. I mean, the amount of pride that you must feel in the creation and the ability to set up your grandkids and their grandkids and probably their grandkids for life. This is a company that continues to go above and beyond. I know that they have done a lot of special partnerships with people with disabilities, and have done some great things for the world. And I think it's pretty incredible. So his grandson is 31. That is a lot of pressure, but at least, he's a full-blown adult. I'm sure he's worked for the company and he's taken over. So Shintaro founded Sanrio as the Yamanashi Silk Center gift shop in 1960 and changed its name to Sanrio in 1973. Sanrio was one of the first Japanese companies to see potential in the character licensing business, and Hello Kitty is by far its most popular and profitable creation. Come on. This is fuck yeah news. Like, I want a grandfather gift of Hello Kitty. I wouldn't trade my grandfather for any grandfather in the world, but having Hello Kitty, not too shabby. Could you guys just hear how hard I swallowed? That's what she said. That's what he said? Who said that? Anyway, there's definitely going to be a Netflix Hello Kitty show soon. Chris Martinez, for sure. Absolutely, without a doubt, that is coming down the pipeline. Yeah. By the way, are you guys still quarantining? Who's in quarantine still? And who's back at work? Send bunnies if you are mostly quarantined right now, and send hearts if your life has gone back to pretty normal. Bunnies for mostly quarantined, hearts for pretty normal. I'm just curious. because I'm still very much so quarantined. Okay, a lot of bunnies. A lot of you guys are still quarantined. Okay. Yeah, same. Oh, Marvin's got some hearts. JBZ. Yeah. It's interesting. Yeah, oh, a lot of hearts. So it seems like half bunnies, half hearts. I'm a little concerned. One of the things I want to talk about today is the lockdowns and if they're coming again after the record amount of cases that we've seen of COVID that are spiking in a lot of places. They're not spiking as much as I believe they would based on the fact that tens of thousands of people are out together. But this was a study coming from Bloomberg, and it says with coronavirus infectious surging as economies reopen, officials will need to consider unorthodox alternatives. Pakistan offers some lessons. Wow, I said that so American. Pakistan. Mexico, India, and Pakistan are among the countries that have hit record numbers of new coronavirus cases in recent days as drastic regulations that kept streets empty and people apart are lifted. It's a similar story in the U.S. states like Texas, Florida, and California. Yay for California, where I live. In Beijing, a cluster of cases linked to a wholesale market has caused alarm over the weekend. Should that mean a return to lockdowns? U.S. Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin, is that how you say his name? I never know. Mnuchin, I think. Mnuchin says no. Reality will be less categorical. Take Pakistan. Official numbers have soared so dramatically now roughly 1 in 5 of those tested are infected. Wow, 1 in 5. A worrying indication of both spread and inadequate testing volumes. An already fragile health system is overwhelmed and running out of beds. The country is now registering well over 6,000 new cases a day, compared with less than 1,000 before restrictions began to ease in May. It's moving so fast, in fact, that the WHO took the usual step of recommending officials reimpose shelter-in-place orders. Mindful of the financial realities of a crumbling economy, though, the global body suggests restrictions be applied 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. Interesting. That's kind of crazy. What are you guys thinking? Okay, Spencer says Mnuchin. I always say it so fast. Mnuchin. All right, Mnuchin. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that restrictions should be put back in place if we're seeing too big of a spike? Do you think that there is going to be a second wave of this? I'm concerned, but I'm also confused because I'm hearing spike, but all of my friends, so many of my friends are at protests, and my friends are going to get tested and they're not testing positive. And I'm not saying my friends are the only people on the planet, but saying these massive spikes in California. And I don't know anybody who's gotten it recently. I knew people who got it previously, but I don't know recently. And that doesn't mean that they're not. And maybe it's just people I don't know. But the numbers are kind of not adding up to me all the way. Again, I'm not a scientist, so what the fuck do I know? Not a doctor. It is nerve-wracking to see people stop wearing their masks because that's not what we're supposed to do. People going out partying and stuff, that's not what we're supposed to be doing. But I don't know. I just am trying to figure out what's the best thing. We can't stay closed forever. It still feels like we are closed because even though we're allowed to go to some places, it's so strange. Like, for example, the other day when I was trying to go to Best Buy because I had to figure out my phone situation, I was on the phone with Apple, and Apple says, okay, we have no stores that are open in your location. And I live in LA, so there should be tons of stores. If stores are open, then Apple should be open, but they're not. They said you can go to a third-party approved place. The only ones that were open were Best Buy. They said you have to make an appointment. I go on Best Buy's website. There's no appointments available for as long as you can book out, which is 2 months. So can't book an appointment. I don't remember if it was 2 weeks or 2 months, but I think it was 2 months. Can't book an appointment. So instead I drive there. They won't see me. I have to stay in park just hoping somebody cancels their appointment. Like, that's not normal life. So it's not like we're back at it the same way that we were. But still, it just, I don't know. Should we stop doing that completely? Do we have to go back to real life? What do you guys think about this 2 on, 2 off thing? I don't know that would be particularly helpful. But maybe, especially in a place like Pakistan that needs the beds, at least in California, what I hear from my nurse friends is that their beds are pretty empty right now. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm curious what you guys think. It says a handful of European countries do appear to be returning to a semblance of normalcy. Normality? Normality? Relatively smoothly? Is normality a word? For much of the world, though, it was never going to be a clean switch from lockdown back to pre-pandemic. Totally. I think we're going to be seeing changes for years to come. And I'm going to continue wearing my mask and my gloves. And I always put this like a sweater on or an over thing on when I go in places and then take it off when I leave, or make sure I change when I see my grandparents. And I recommend that for all of you guys too. Just so strange. It'll be very bizarre if we go from lockdown to non-lockdown back to lockdown. And normality. Oh, thank you, friend. See, my fucking brain isn't working. I was like, what the fuck is a normality? A normality. Oh, my poor fucking head. I know there's bigger shit going on, but God, guys, I have not slept. My eyes are like bleeding. So much work to do after this. Don't go into the dark place, Roxy. Don't go into the dark place. Stay here. Stay with us. All right. What do you guys think? Let me know all your thoughts. Continue to let me know. And don't let me go to that place. Going into, I was going to say Streamlabs, but nothing's going on in there. So going over here to our new friend, Matthew Nemeth. Thank you for being in here. And I appreciate the support. Thanks, friend. Thank you. Okay. Going on to our next topic of conversation. Let's talk another fuck yeah thing, right? How do you guys feel about that? How do we feel about going from this to a fuck yeah? 30 Rock. Who are my 30 Rock fans in here? Send bunnies if you are a 30 Rock person. I certainly am. I haven't seen it in years, but I loved 30 Rock when it was on, and I will absolutely be checking this out. 30 Rock is returning to NBC with a new hour-long episode that will double as an upfront special. Not exactly sure what that looks like, but we can break it down. All different websites are reporting about this, but my news right now is coming from Chicago Tribune. Chicago Tribune says NBC is making it 2006 again through science or magic. 30 Rock is returning to the Peacock next month for a new original remotely produced event that will also double as an upfront special for the NBC Universal properties. Good. I'm glad to see some bunnies in here. Fuck yeah, bunnies. Bunnies, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, all the bunnies and bunnies, fuck yeah. Okay. So it says that it's going to be originally remotely produced event that will double as upfront, yada, yada. The special will air Thursday, July 16th at 8 p.m. It's a few days after my birthday. Thursday, July 16th, 8 p.m. on NBC, and will feature the return of cast members Tina Fey, Alec Baldwin, Tracy Morgan, Jane Karowski, Jack McBrayer, and others reprising their 30 Rock roles for what NBC is describing as a first of its kind all audience upfront event. Okay, let's break that down. First of its kind. So first kind of this. All audience. Don't know what that part means. Upfront event. Upfronts are usually when you're announcing your upcoming slate of events, like NBC is announcing their upcoming slate of events. So I don't really know. The return of 30 Rock comes as NBC also recently aired a new episode of Parks and Rec, which I thought was really fun, featuring the show's stars reprising their roles. In this case, the 30 Rock special will also be filmed remotely, but the story will also double as a promo for NBC Universal programming. Maybe that's why it's an hour. The hour-long commercial-free event, I guess it is kind of a commercial, will first premiere on NBC and then will be rebroadcast on USA, Bravo, E, Oxygen, Sci-Fi, and CNBC, as well as available to stream on NBCU's new service Peacock on Friday, July 17th at 9 p.m. That's 2 days after Peacock's July 15th nationwide launch. So many things to kind of break down here. It's interesting that Peacock is launching on the 15th. This is airing on the 16th, but is not available on Peacock until the 17th. You would think that they would want to launch with this, but I guess because this is kind of like an ad for that, they're launching it on NBC, but you'd think it'd be available on Peacock also at least, but I guess not. Which is strange. Let's see. The upfront event will feature 30 Rock characters, including Liz Lemon, Jack Donaghy, Tracy Jordan, Jenna Maroney. So it's just naming all the stars, the characters of those, and more, touting the stories and talent featured in NBC Universal's 2020-21 television season. So they must, because they're 30 Rock, they must be like, oops, sorry, microphone. They must be losing my shit. They must be using their station at 30 Rock to like do a show to present the actual shows that are coming on NBC, which is kind of cool. It's fun. It seems fun for a promo tool. Because if we're going to watch an upfront, why not watch the 30 Rock crew? So yeah, kind of into it. Sounds strange, but into it. This is coming from Josh Feldman, who's the executive VP, head of marketing and advertising creative for NBC Universal. He says, "We put our fans first in everything we do at NBC Universal, so of course our audiences are at the heart of our reimagined upfront experience." Isn't it crazy that 30 Rock stopped airing in January 2013? That's more than 7 years ago. For those of us who watched, I mean, that's so long ago. It feels so crazy. You kissed the mic. Got to give it a name now. Maybe its name is Mike. Who knows? Lamont Smalls in here. Thank you for the support. I really, really fucking appreciate it, especially today. Lamont Smalls says, "Hi, sorry if I'm late." Or no, just sorry, I'm late. If Parks and Rec and 30 Rock could make new special episodes in light of this pandemic, what other shows could follow suit? Also, do you think Mulan going to remain on its July date? Is Mulan slated for July? No fucking way. No way does it stay. I mean, what the hell do I know? But I don't think so. In terms of what other shows, what shows would you guys want to see? Let me know in the comments. I feel like it would be a really fun time for Seinfeld, a show about nothing, to do something about pandemic. As much as you guys know, I'm a Friends obsessed person. I would love to see that. I feel like Seinfeld could really do something hysterical right now. That would be kind of incredible. Yeah, you guys are, it's crazy. It's been 7 years, right? All these will be on the cock. Yeah, Joseph, that's what we call it. That's the nickname for Peacock for sure. Which is kind of crazy. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Seinfeld definitely is, I love that. Cousin Vinny in the Streamlabs. Thanks, Cousin Vinny. I will say, as you guys must be hurting recently, because I've taken such a massive hit over here, and so I know that you guys must be hurting, because otherwise I know that you'd be that people would be sending support when they can. So I'm really sorry to any of you guys who are struggling at this point, because I can see that there's that dip. So trust me, I'm struggling right there with you guys, and fucking sucks. So the point being, I really appreciate, especially those of you, I appreciate everybody, but those of you who are financially supporting me right now are saving my life. So, Cousin Vinny, thank you. Cousin Vinny says, have you talked about the Micah Staffer situation, the lady that adopted a Chinese son and then decided to rehome him because he was too much to handle? I hope your day got better. Cousin Vinny, I don't even know the situation you're referring to. So I feel a little out of it. Let me look it up. I don't have any thoughts. Wow, Micah Staffer, what is it, Stauffer? And the aggressively inspirational words of adoption influencers. Authorities investigating whereabouts of Micah Stauffer's rehomed son amid backlash. No, I don't know about any of this. She's a YouTube star. Outrage over the YouTube stars rehoming their autistic son misses. Yikes. This sounds fucked up. Yeah, Amy. Oh my God, how have I missed this? I've just been so entrenched in other stuff. Yikes. Not looking good for Micah. Mika? Maybe Mika? She's a mom of 4. Her YouTube says, I'm Mika Stauffer, mom of 4 from Ohio and married to my best friend. Hey. Yikes. Hate to see it. Yikes. I'll gather more thoughts and then I'll let you know. Going back to what we were talking about, Andrew Thomas says, I'm not interested that much of the Peacock Network, except that I want to see the Psych 2 movie. Psych 2? What even is that? Oh, the TV show movie, the second one they're doing. I'm not that interested in the service either, but maybe I will be at some point. You never know. All these services can pop some good stuff up. Let's see. Legit giving you 5-star for that Seinfeld idea because it is boss and you just deserve to smile. Oh, Raz official, thank you. Also, I'm in your hometown of Boston, and would it be okay to add you in my comic, adding some influencers? Just make me look good. I would love that. And that's awesome that you're in Boston. I miss it there like crazy. During this time, I miss my people so much. Just my fam and my friends. Don't cry, Roxy. It's hard to be away from home for so long. And I have no idea when the fuck you're going to be able to go back. I'm sure that a lot of you guys have that. You can hear it in my voice. It's just like, okay. Before when I talk to you guys about the things that we want to talk about, there is another thing on the list, and I want to make sure that we get to it, which is Trump's executive order on policing. So who knows what I'm talking about? Super Dan says, last time I was in Boston, I got beer thrown at me. LOL. Yeah, that happens in Boston. I get beer thrown at me too. Boston is intense, to say the least. Okay, so Trump signed an executive order on policing surrounded by law enforcement. Let's talk about what this was. This is being reported everywhere, but just because I like you guys to know where I'm pulling these things from, this is coming from CBS News, in which it says, President Trump emphasized the need to respect and support law enforcement as he signed an executive order Tuesday, which is today, addressing policing reforms amid a groundswell of civil unrest. The president signed the order on stage in the White House Rose Garden, surrounded by representatives of law enforcement, with no representatives of Americans affected by police brutality on the White House's attendee list. That's a woof. Families of several victims of police brutality did meet with the president before the signing. Okay, that's a little less woof. Mr. Trump's order is shaped by 3 key components: credentialing and certifying police departments, boosting information sharing to better track officers with excessive use of force complaints, and creating services for addressing mental health, drug addiction, and homelessness. So those are the 3 different components, but it doesn't make federal funding conditional to those reforms, but instead potentially prioritizes some grants for departments that meet all those guidelines. So again, going over those guidelines, credentialing and certifying police departments, boosting information sharing to better track officers with excessive use of force complaints, and creating services for addressing mental health. Okay, so going to the excessive use of force, there's too many police officers that have too many hits on their record with excessive use of force who aren't getting pinged for it, and especially when it's excessive use of force for racist reasons, and they have racial complaints on their record, but it's not being shared, or it's not being transferred over, or it is being shared, but it's not being penalized. And that's crazy. And also services for mental health, drug addiction, and homelessness. Yes, people have those things, and there needs to be services for them. So those things are true. All of this being said, I feel like this wasn't even a drop in the bucket. And you guys let me know what you think. But for all the people that were celebrating this executive order, it was like, what? Like, what about the 8 things that we've been asking about? You can't put your knee on somebody's neck and put them in a chokehold. Like, there's no talk about any of that. So furthermore, let's see. It says reducing crime and raising standards are not opposite goals, the president said. The president emphasized he wants to reform that doesn't compromise the authority and work of good police, and the percentage of bad cops is tiny. Clearly not that fucking tiny. Mr. Trump said chokeholds should be off limits unless an officer's life is at risk. And last week, the president said chokeholds seemed perfect and innocent at first, but he'd generally like to see them end. Yeah, a lot of you guys in here are also thinking it's a bit of a PR stunt, and I kind of feel that too. He just wants to be able to, at the end of his career as the president, be like, here are all the things I did, and one of them is this executive order that really doesn't do much. It is something. It's better than absolutely nothing, I guess. I guess he's I feel like in life I can try to be very fair, and I really try to look at both sides of things. With him, I have a hard time even being fair and giving him any benefit of the doubt because I think he's a true sociopath. Because a sociopath has no empathy, and I think he lacks all empathy, and it just doesn't. The fact that he cops there and no families of any of the victims speaks miles. I posted on my Instagram the other day. I don't know if you guys saw this. I can read some to you guys. And if you're not following me on Instagram, go follow me because I've lost 1,000 followers. It's fine. Just continue to have my numbers plummet during this time. Literally 1,000. But anyway, here are some things. I did a tweet that said, to celebrate the birthday of President Trump, here are 15 of my personal favorite times. He tweeted and made himself look like a moron. I painted him across a rainbow because pride. So here are some of them. This is a real tweet that he tweeted out May 8th, 2013. Sorry, losers and haters, but my IQ is one of the highest, and you all know it. Please don't feel so stupid or insecure. It's not your fault. It's our president. Okay. Let's get to some other ones. This is coming in 2012. While Bette Midler is an extremely unattractive woman, I refuse to say that because I always insist on being politically correct. Okay. Also in 2012, it's freezing and snowing in New York. We need global warming. It's our president. Okay. This is what he tweeted on September 11th in 2013. I would like to extend my best wishes to all, even the haters and losers, on this special date, September 11th. I can't. It's so good. Like the shit that he is tweeting. If you want to see more, just go to my Instagram. But the shit that he's tweets is just like so fucking crazy. So fucking crazy. Thank you for the support, Punch Drunk Savage. The executive order is useless. Good show. Thank you, honey. Thank you. It is. It's just like kind of useless. It didn't really do much because there aren't any consequences. Going to the rest of you guys in the super chat. Thank you to Pink Sweet. Stay strong. We got you. Love you, honey, and appreciate that. Thank you. Spell Go, Geo. It's been a while since I watched you live. Been busy, but I've been watching your videos after they've gone live. You got this, Roxy. Oh, thank you, Spell Go. I need it, and I'm trying. I need it, and I am trying. I guess that's what all of us are trying to do in life. Just fucking trying to get through right now, day by day. Yeah, day by day. Going into Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer from Glenn Caesar in here. Glenn says, part 1, Roxy, again, much love and appreciation to you for doing the show, even on a tough day for you. Like Chris Martinez said, being greeted by your great smile and bubbly spirit have helped me on my less than great days. So I hope we can be there for you too. Thank you, Glenn. I really appreciate that. And you guys are. Lewis, I don't think I'd make a good president. I am too fucking loud and annoyed with shit and just don't put up with enough. Like I don't have enough calming qualities in my nature. I would just be like, no, that's fucking wrong. Yep. Okay. You guys can all leave the country. If you think that Black lives don't matter, get out. You're not American. Go fuck yourselves. Like, if you want that person for president, I'm right here and I'm ready to run. Once again, guys, because it hasn't been just today. It's been actually the last few days. I've just been really dealing with a personal issue again. But because of that, I don't have a guest book for tomorrow. I've been nervous because I've had to go up late these last couple days to have one. I do have an amazing guest on Thursday. I told you guys James Maple and Jeffrey Masters for next week. I might book a guest for tomorrow, but I'm not sure. I really like to be fully present for my guests and make them feel like the $1 million that they are. And so if I feel like I can do that, then I'll make sure we have somebody cool for tomorrow. But if not, I'm just not positive. So just being fully transparent with you guys. Joseph Ashley, I asked Dorian and he didn't respond. And that's not a slight on him. But yeah, I asked him and he hasn't responded to me. I would love to have on Dorian. And if you guys want to see him on the show, tweet him. Let's see what I said. I texted him. First of all, I texted him. I texted him on May 11th. And I asked if he would come on the show. And then he didn't respond. And I said, no response. And then he responded that he was doing a lot of stuff and that once he got settled, that he would love to stop by. So I reached back out to him on June 2nd. And I was just checking on him and he never responded to that. So I would love to have Dorian on. And hopefully that can happen at some point. Yeah. Did you follow up as a mod situation? No, I don't think it's a mod situation, Weston. It's a real one. Don't forget, guys, on Thursday night also, thanks for reminding me, we're going to do a Whirl Girls Give Truth or Dare a Whirl, and we're going to do it as a fundraiser. We're between 2 different funds right now, I believe. So trying to figure that out. But I'll let you guys know hopefully by tomorrow. And I got to get that information to Jacob Patrick anyway, so he can help me with that thumbnail, and to Jake Yacovetta, so he can help me with that lower third, although I guess it will be the same lower third, but I just like Jake Yakoveta to know everything I'm working on anyway. Yeah. Whew. Fuck this time. I mean, I'm so happy that we're doing something and there's a movement and we're making progress, but also like, holy fuck. Holy fuck. Yeah. All right. I am going to get out of here very shortly. But thank you for talking with me today about Jimmy Kimmel and Hello Kitty and 30 Rock and Trump's executive order and the lockdowns and if they're coming again. If you're watching this after the fact, make sure you please leave a comment. If you're watching this live after the show is done, please leave a comment. It helps so much with the algorithms. You guys can literally go back and see when there are more comments, it gets more views. And more views means bigger chance that I'll be able to somehow make some kind of play for advertising spots or live reach or something because I have lost so many jobs this year and I am drowning. Just truthfully, I know a lot of you guys are too, so I don't like to bitch about it too much, but I am fucking drowning. So there is that. Okay, so going to Glenn Caesar. Isn't it nice when she goes on and just bitches about drowning? I love you guys. Glenn Caesar also in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer says, I hope that you can get some good rest/sleep as soon as you're able to. Hopefully your dreams and the rest of your day are filled with lots of golden sparkles and or rainbow sparkles to help lift your spirits, make you feel better. Smile again. Glenn Caesar, thank you for saying that. I definitely will not be going to sleep for many hours. I have so much to do today. But when I can, I hope they're filmed with rainbow sparkles as well. Lots of love to all of you guys. And I will see you tomorrow. I will do my best to get up as quickly as I can, hopefully by 1 p.m., my normal show time. And if I'm unable to do that, I will be up. Just try and be a little bit patient with me as much as you can. I'll be up as soon as I can. But hopefully by 1:15, maybe the latest. Chris Lemchi says, hope things get better, Rocks. Love and bunnies to you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hitman, you said, I have a Streamlabs question that I want to submit. Submit it. I didn't get it though, so submit it. And if it's in here by the time I get out of here, then I'll read it. And if not, then I'll do it for tomorrow's show. As always, you guys, if you're watching this after the fact, you're able to submit Streamlabs questions, even if you can't watch live, and I still will read them live on the show, no matter what time you submit them. Chris, I love that you said bunnies to you guys also. Yeah. Okay. Time to move on with the day. I was gonna say time to get the fuck out of here, but here's where I love to be. So, yeah. Okay. I'll see you guys tomorrow live at the Roxy, and I'm gonna do my best to have great energy and best spirits, and keep bringing you guys the news. And I'll let you know if there's a guest. And lots of love. Talk to you soon.